Hi, my name is Erika Schreck, and I'm offering a new program, brand new, that has been in the works for years. But it really just came on my radar very strongly a few months ago when I realized that my life wasn't working. I was working a lot, and I just received a lot of bad news, actually. Friends going through stuff, family with health, with other elements and issues. And what I had to do was go back to the practices that I knew worked for me. And as I was doing that, I went to my bookshelf and a book fell off the shelf. And it was this book, Jamie Sam's Dancing the Dream, The 7 Sacred Paths of Human Transformation. And the even better part of this story with this book is that when I was in Taos, New Mexico, about 13 years ago, I was at a bookstore there and I had crouched down to look at something on a lower shelf, and I kid you not, this book fell on my head. You can't make this up. And so since then, I have been on this journey. I have studied with a Lakota woman and learned so much about ceremony and drumming and shamanic journeying. I then advanced that work and did some work with some local people and even took an advanced practitioner course with the very well-known Sandra Ingerman, who does a lot with shamanic work. So there was that. And for the past 10 years or so, I have been professionally doing Reiki. I'm a Reiki master, been doing tarot readings, numerology, and just doing a lot of healing. I left 14 years of teaching college level writing about 6 years ago. And even then, when I was making that transformation, I just reached a point where I was done. I was having health issues. I was totally burnt out, grading papers 7 days a week, morning, day, and night. And my body was screaming. It was time to make a change. And when I was leaving, I was asked a lot, wow, what are you going to do? Why are you doing this? You're leaving teaching. Oh my gosh. And all I could really think about during that very difficult time was I'm choosing joy. So all of these life experiences and more, lately, again, I've been reminded, even with so many more clients coming in and just having these words, something needs to change. And I have been very motivated and inspired, and I've been getting a lot of interesting nudges from the universe that it's time to offer this program. So what I've put together for you is called Walking the Spiritual Warrior Paths of Transformation, an 8-week journey. And so I want to read you the definition that I have put together from Jamie Sam's, and also just inspired by other people. I want to explain a little bit more about why I chose the spiritual warrior label. So let me read you that definition next. Who is the spiritual warrior? The courageous person who is willing to accept the sudden, unexplainable shifts of perspective in his or her life has to make a commitment to becoming a spiritual warrior. The spiritual warrior is the brave individual who is willing to face the enemies within. Once we make that commitment, we begin to flow with the synchronicity of events that defy the regularity we have come to expect from life, and magical experiences begin to happen that change the course of our life forever. So with that working definition and with my research, with my experiences, the spiritual warrior is an amazing title and description of somebody who goes into the tough stuff, who actually is ready to address it and have some kind of transformative experience so that life is not the same. And we know when life needs to be different. Our bodies tell us that we're exhausted, and we just reached that point where we know that something has to change. So I have put this program together and have integrated all of my favorite tools. And what I can't wait to offer in this 8 weeks of amazing support includes one-on-one work with me. So that includes a check-in phone call, that includes a tarot and oracle card reading, an intuitive reading with me, that includes a 90-minute shamanic journey with me, which a shamanic journey, and I discuss that more if you do join the program, is what Sandra Ingerman calls the direct path to revelation. It's a form of meditation and listening to your own intuition, and along with Reiki, which is one of the most powerful modalities I know, it's an amazing process. So those are just a few samples of what you receive from me, in addition to weekly feedback, responses throughout the week. We have a private Facebook page, and it's a secret group. We also have a team forming of amazing, amazing people in this journey. And you get a lot of written framework. So framework, for example, that helps you each week recognize that each of the 7 paths actually helps you transform. So by the end of this 8-week journey and covering these 7 paths of transformation, you actually will have gone through quite a revolution of tools and receiving a lot of support from me and others. And it's just going to be an amazing time. And I really, really hope that you will join us. Wait, I don't have time for this. What? I can't do this. I'm going on vacation this summer. I'm going to be out of town. Okay, I hear you. This is Erika, and I hear you. And even my dog is getting upset as we're in this segment of the video. What I want to assure you about this program, my whole thing with this program, is to give you very little time commitment practices that will change your life, that will change your day. This is the whole point, because we don't have a lot of time. But if not now, when? I have a friend fighting for her life right now in the hospital, went in 2 weeks ago and suddenly was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. And that really brings to light what is important in this life. So please know that even if you are out of town for part of the program, even if you do have things going on, I want whatever practices and approaches we talk about to be portable, to be accessible, and to be doable in about fewer than 10 minutes per day, seriously. And we will have some, longer sessions that we will plan one-on-one, and you will have some optional assignments if you want to expand the work. But I sincerely mean this. I want this to be doable even if you're busy, because the deal is we're never not going to be busy. I've learned that. I'm sure you're learning that too. So do keep that in mind with this program. And you have a wonderful team of support. This whole 8 weeks, you've got me, you've got other people in the program who are supporting you via the very secret private Facebook group that we'll have, and you'll have cheerleading. You can't get better than that. So you're not alone in this. So please take a look at this program and know that I'm going to do my best to be a cheerleader, a wise and helpful leader, and someone who really wants to help you have these skills and this framework for future transformation, because this is not the end all be all. This doesn't mean that your life will never need adjustment or transformation again. But the part of the program that I love, and actually you'll see behind me, there are several post-it notes that go in a circle for each of the 7 paths, my notes, and there's more than that. But it's been a wonderful visual for me to put on my home office wall for inspiration and for putting all of this together for you. But what I do want to add to this is that I am really aiming to give you these tools, because even if you don't always go through all of the 7 paths, when you are ready to make some real change in your life, create some real change in your life, that even doing one of the paths work will make a difference. So last thing I want to just say, and you'll see this on the website as well, but the 7 paths that we are focusing on are derived from the Native American or shamanic 7 directions. And I'm also integrating the elements. I'm integrating information about the chakra system and other modalities and tools and origins. So it's going to be amazing. And again, I hope that you will join me. So wishing you well, and I will hopefully see you soon. Feel free to share. Be well. Take care. And here's to transformation of being a spiritual warrior.